Hey, everybody. Welcome to Unqualified. My name is Alex, and I'm unqualified to give you any advice, but I hope you listen anyway. This show's a little bit about everything, anything, and nothing all in between. But we're going to get into a controversial episode today, so let's rub the chili pepper and the Italian horn for some good luck, and let's get into it. So, I did a video about this kind of topic, about this person actually, Jeff Younger, a couple months back. And this person had a very tragic story. He fought for his child who was being transitioned by his wife, and he lost his parental rights by the state of Texas. The state of Texas took away his parental rights. And he went to the University of North Texas to be a speaker. And Antifa came and crashed the party. And they took up all the spots in the whole entire what is it called, like classroom or like hall, because it was a pretty big hall. I almost said concert hall. I'm in musician brain. Anyway, they took up every single seat. Everybody's all dressed in black. You can clearly tell it's Antifa. And they're all banging on the desk like, oh, that almost hit me in the face. They're all banging on the desk, and they're, like hitting the desk and, saying, deadbeat dad, deadbeat dad. And I'm like, are you kidding me? He's the most opposite of deadbeat dad that you will ever find. Someone who went to court to try to fight for the safety of his child. And these people are, oh my god, they are yelling and screaming fuck you, and screaming, horrible things at the cameraman. They're getting up in the cameraman's face, crazy eyes, and you know, there's this one part I'll put in. There's this one part where this girl, she's just screaming, you know, and I'm like, what's the matter with you? Like, what's actually the matter with you? And we're gonna react to a little bit of it right here, right now. So bear with me, and I'll put up some videos. All right. Okay. So they're screaming, F these fascists. And I'm just wondering if they know what being a fascist is. So I looked up what the term fascism is, and it says a political philosophy, movement, or regime that exalts the nation and often race above the individual, that stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, severe economic and social regimentation, and forcible suppression of opposition. So then, for those who don't understand, I asked, what does fascist mean in simple terms? And it means a way of organizing a society in which a government ruled by a dictator controls the lives of people, and in which people are not allowed to disagree with the government. Are you sure that someone like Jeff Younger is a fascist? Are you are you sure? Because I would think that, oh, I don't know, people like, Antifa, people who don't let you get your word in, who just say, F you and you screw you, and they don't let you get your word in, and people who follow the government where they don't disagree with the government. Well, let's just put it this way. Fascism leads to communism. And that's what I see people with these kind of views falling into. They're falling into fascism and communism. So I think they're projecting what they're going through onto this person. That's just what I think. And I think they're definitely projecting. So then there's this girl who is screaming at the top of her lungs. well, I can't misgender her because apparently she's a he. And at first I thought, is are your pronouns hawk, hawk self? Because that's what you sound like.
No!
She sounds like a damn hawk. I mean, you sound like a damn animal. I mean, not to be rude. I'm YouTube, I'm not being rude, I'm not purposely misgendering this person, but she sounds like a damn hawk. So I'm just wondering if her pronouns are hawk, hawk self. Um, and then she has this look in her eyes, like, "Try me." And she says that, she's like, "Try me." And I'm like, "Do you want an old man to fight you? Really? Is that what you want? Is that what you really, really want? Someone to fight you in the cause for for whatever cause you believe in? Disruption? That kinda cause?" I mean, it's disgusting. In Italian, we call them disgraziati, disgraceful, you know? Um, it's as someone who went to college, and who was in classrooms with people who were civilized, because as a justice studies major, we were told, even though I was almost, in the process of being indoctrinated, I was, it was a respectful and it was a safe space. We were told at the beginning of the class, in each class, hey, this is a safe space. And no matter what your political affiliations are, your views, your religion, you have to be respectful of other people. And so when people were disagreeing, it was just like, okay, I respectfully disagree with you, or I will agree to disagree. It wasn't like, it wasn't discuss. It wasn't disgraceful. It wasn't ridiculous. It wasn't, it wasn't Antifa, and it wasn't like, "Hey, I'm gonna beat you up outside class." It wasn't that kind of stuff. Nowadays, that's what you gotta worry about, You gotta worry about being, beat up, being not, jumped, ganged up on. You gotta worry about that kind of stuff now. You can't walk home and just, have your head up your butt and, just think, "Oh, yeah, no one's gonna attack me for my views." No, people will attack you for your views. And that's why I chose not to go back to school. I chose not to go back to school because with the views that I have, I don't feel safe sometimes, especially on a college campus like the college I went to. And, you know, being someone who has a disadvantage, who has a few disabilities, even though I should hold rank for being disabled. Um, the disability community doesn't get as much rank as the transgender community or the LGBTQ community or, those kind of communities. So, you get knocked down a few pegs. And, or the whatever kind of race you are, depending on what race you are, you have certain, rank over people nowadays. That's how it works. Do not lie and do not kid yourself. That's how it works. Because usually it's African Americans at the top, then usually Latinos, then Native Americans, then, like, put down in the comments what you think it is. But and then transgender people and LGBTQIA plus at the top. And, you know, people with disabilities, like, yeah, you get ranked somewhere in there. But, especially people with invisible illnesses, you're like, you know, you gotta have some physical stuff to see, to hold real rank. Anyway, that's my little rant on that. But I'm not saying I want rank. I don't. I really don't. I could give a crap less.
Oh, you can wait.
But it's just in today's society, people are actually wanting that kind of stuff. People are saying, "Hey, mutilate me. Hey, cut off my genitalia. Hey, I'm gonna make myself permanently disabled. I'm gonna make myself disabled." There's what was it on TLC, the Learning Channel, that there's this woman who made herself blind,
I did mention
and
that
I'm
on
like,
the
"Why
show.
would you do that? Why would you do that?" Anyway, that's just something like, there are people who have
I
that
know Fracture Veritas very well.
body
That's all I'll say.
not like body dysmorphia or not body dysmorphia, but it's that, like that's something wrong with you where
Nick
you
Veritas has
don't
something to
want
say.
this body part, so cut off my arm.
Daddy, I'm screaming. Please forgive me.
That's 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 something wrong with you, you know. Just like
This year
just
was
like
pretty
someone who is anorexic, if they go to a
I helped him
if they go to a doctor where and they say, "I feel fat," and they're 90 pounds soaking wet, we're not gonna tell them, "Yes, you're fat," and we give them, you know, Ozempic to help them lose weight. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna say, "No, you need help. You need to start eating something. You need to start eating healthy. You need to start, getting some meat on them bones." We're not gonna say that to an anorexic person. We're not gonna say to someone who has depression, "Oh, okay, yeah, you can delete yourself. That's okay." Um, but for people with gender dysphoria, we totally embrace it, which I just don't understand. If there's something wrong with you mentally, and I'm not saying that I don't agree with it. I mean, I don't agree with the ideologies, but, you know, I don't understand. I really don't understand. If there's something wrong with you and you think that you're the wrong gender, why are we embracing it and saying, "Okay, let's cut off your breasts. Form let's take all this arm fat and make a new, penis, and strip you down to the bone here and make a new penis." Why are we doing that? Just to go along with a fantasy? And people say, "Well, would you rather have a dead daughter or a live son or, vice versa?" You know, that's what behavioral health centers are for. And if someone really needs to be put in one, then they do. Or if someone needs to be medicated, then they do. But, we're in the process of validating everybody. Everybody wants validation, but you need to look towards yourself for validation. That's what I've learned is you can't rely on everyone else for validation or else you're going to be a very, 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 very sad person. Because that's what I spent the first 20, 25 years of my life. And I'm 26. I spent the first 25 years of my life just craving validation from other people. And then finally I woke up from the woke and I realized, no, I'm going to get that validation from me. And that's what people don't understand.
Luna. Her name is Luna.
But anyway, that's enough of my rant for that. Let's Oh my god. You guys got me ranting over here. I can't imagine how heartbreaking it must be for him to go around and tell his story, to tell how his wife divorced him and took his son and started transitioning him without his consent, turning him into a girl without his consent, and started chemically castrating him without his consent and sterilizing him without his consent. That's his boy. That's who was gonna give him grandchildren. And now that's not possible because they're gonna be sterilized. And in the video, you see them shouting, "That's Luna! That's your daughter!" No, it's not, that's his son. And then, there's this person who gets up and they start screaming, "It's Sir! It's Sir!" Because, he's misgendering them. And then he spits on him, he spits on Jeff. And, the police do nothing. And, because I don't know, I guess they don't wanna start a riot or something. But it's so incredibly ridiculous. Like, how can these people get away with this? And they're just screaming, "It's Sir! It's Sir!" And I'm like, "Oh my god, get over yourself." It's freedom of speech if you don't wanna respect someone's pronouns, it's not respectful, but it's freedom of speech, you can't put words in my mouth. I'll respect you if you respect me, you know? If you respect me, if you respect my ideologies, if you respect that I'm a person with my own feelings, thoughts, and all that kind of stuff, then I'll respect you as a person with your own feelings, thoughts, and your pronouns, you know? But otherwise, it's like, I don't have to. He doesn't have to. Nobody has to. But everybody likes to shove it down the throat of everybody. So, I don't know. I just wanna say that Jeff Younger handled this beautifully. He stood his ground. He even went along with it, you know, he he just handled it very gracefully. He didn't get angry, he didn't yell at anybody. He encouraged them, which made them look like idiots, if you really think about it. Um, he's like, "Yeah, let America see what you look like." And he was blaming the professors because the professors, they definitely encourage this. They encourage this, and that girl, the Hawk Self girl, she was, and like I said, I'm not misgendering her. She was she said, she's like, "I don't even go to class." Well, then what are you at college for? What are you wasting what are you wasting time there for? Like, what are you, or I'm sorry, he. What are you wasting time for? Like, why are you taking up space? Why are you taking up someone's spot? Someone who actually wants to go to college could actually be there and learning and making a difference in the world, not you who clearly has 1, no fashion taste or, fashion sense, and 2, it's just all around stupid. You clearly don't know what is going on in the world. You have your head up your butt, and you aren't open to criticism, to learning, you're not open to anything. You have tunnel vision, and you just see what you wanna see, and that's what's sad. That's what's sad. Goodness gracious. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe on this video for more content. I hope you stuck with me this long, and, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.